everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin, or a Hobbit's Reading List, and today we are going to figure out what I will be reading in the month of May, which I'm hoping to get quite a bit done in May, reading-wise, because my semester will be officially over, and the only thing that I will have to do is get caught up on my reading goal. So let's just get right into it. If this is your first time watching my TBR game, I play a game called TBR Pursuit, where I use the Lord of the Rings Trivia Pursuit board. Each color represents a different genre, representing the 6 most popular genres on my physical shelves, which are LGBT, psychology, romance, classic, Jewish, and fantasy. I'm getting faster at remembering them. I also do have the bigger spots at the end of each spoke represent Miscellaneous to account for all the other books that I have that don't fit in those 6 genres. I also have an option to add a book, which is the purple roll again spot. We may do that this month. I've been avoiding it for the past couple months because of like school and everything. But you know what? Let's just go nuts. You know, it's May, it's the beginning of summer. Let's just go crazy. Okay, because I didn't mention it, I typically roll 7 times, but let's see. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for the first roll, I pretty much get to choose whatever direction I want to go in. I'm feeling romance, so let's go there. Oh, it's my highest rated romance. Perfect. Okay, my highest rated romance book was the 3rd volume of Lore Olympus. So Lore Olympus is a graphic novel that is a Hades and Persephone retelling. The world of the gods is more modern, even though the world of the mortals is still very like ancient Greece. So it's really interesting. But this is a retelling where Hades and Persephone meet at this like event, and they're drawn together, but various things keep getting in the way of them actually being together. For the most part, it's actually a very like cute story. Like Hades and Persephone are just adorable together. It does have some darker themes, which is fitting for Greek mythology, but I'm not sure. I don't quite remember what happens in volume 3, but that is the gist of the story of, you know, Hades and Persephone meeting, being drawn to each other, falling in love, the whole spring winter thing. But the art is gorgeous. So I'm excited to read this. I've read the webcomic, but I haven't actually read this volume yet. The second roll. That's you? Okay, so that's fantasy or Jewish. Ooh, fantasy or Jewish, fantasy or Jewish. Let's do Jewish. I haven't done a Jewish book in a bit. Okay. Okay, a book with a holiday. Okay? Okay, a Jewish book with a holiday. So, a lot of times, unless it is specifically like a holiday book, most books don't usually say like, this holiday, isn't it? But I picked up the Selected Stories of Sholom Aleichem, and these are short stories by this author. He was the creator of Tevya, which are the stories that Fiddler on the Roof is based around. And some of the short stories do mention holidays. Let me see. There is Passover is mentioned, Yom Kippur, Hanukkah, Yom Tev, which I don't think is a holiday, at least not a holiday that I'm familiar with, but Yom Kippur again, Passover again. Yeah, so there's mentioned quite a few holidays. I got this like, I don't know, over a year ago, but he's a very famous author that wrote in Yiddish. This is translated, obviously, because I can't speak Yiddish or read Yiddish, but it'll be fun to read it, especially because from what I know, Fiddler on the Roof is based around some of these stories, yes, but it's not like a one-for-one comparison. So it'll be interesting. One. Alright, well that LGBT is my lowest rated LGBT book. That's not encouraging. An LGBT book that is my lowest rated. So I had to crawl through, because Storygraph still doesn't sort things by rating, which is frustrating. But I picked up the Cleveland Heights LGBT Science Fiction and Fantasy Role-Playing Club. That is a very long title. I believe it was rated at like 3.12, which isn't horrible. So there's that. I believe that the people in this club, there are 4 of them, they have this role-playing club on Thursday nights. They also have, their real life. But their worlds end up colliding a bit, and they end up having to sort of compete with this, like, vampire role-playing club. So it sounds very interesting. A friend of mine gave this to me. But yeah, it sounds very interesting. I don't know what to make of it. It's been on my TBR before, but I didn't get to it, so hopefully now I can. Okay, let's get out of this spoke. Okay, or not. I guess romance again. No! It's autumn vibes. It's not the vibes I want. I want spring. A romance book that has autumn vibes. I'm trying this again. Wuthering Heights. Now, last time I tried this, it was, I think, October. And it does have autumn vibes. It's on the moors. It just makes me think of autumn, even if it doesn't take place in autumn. I wasn't a huge fan. I think I listened to like maybe 7 chapters. I'm like, nope. I am hoping, however, that because now I've been through a Gothic literature class, specifically a British Gothic literature class, that I will be able to tolerate this book more because I understand Gothic and the conventions. We will see. From what I remember, I probably won't like it, but I will probably be able to get through it. So that's, to me, the thing that matters. What this is about, if you don't know, this woman, Kathy, her and her brother live with their father when they're growing up. Their father ends up taking on a ward, Heathcliff, who is essentially treated as a son. Heathcliff and Kathy fall in love, but when when the dad dies, his son inherits, obviously, and I believe forbids Heathcliff and Kathy from being together, so Heathcliff leaves, and then like 20 years in the future comes back and wants his revenge or something like that. From what I remember when I listened to it, no one's likable, which means I'm not gonna like it. I don't like any of them. But I want to get through it so I can finally get off my shelf. Yeah, hi. You can't see it, but he's behind me. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Alright, seriously, let's get out of this spoke. 6. Okay, great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is classic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is romance. You know what? Let's just go romance. Ooh, okay. My most anticipated romance. My most anticipated romance book is Heated Rivalry by Reid. So this is the second in a series, but I believe each book follows a different couple, so you don't have to read the series in order. This is a hockey romance between 2 rivals. I believe they're on rivaling teams. And they enter into like a secret relationship that's more of like a situationship, but feelings sort of start to happen and they have to decide like, what are we gonna do about that? Several booktubers that I really enjoy really liked that book, so I believe that I will really like it as well. Okay, so for what might be the penultimate role, 3. 1, 2, 3 is a miscellaneous. 1, 2, 3, which is classic. I'm gonna go miscellaneous because I haven't done that in a while. It's my lowest rated book in general, I guess. Okay, Miscellaneous book. That is my lowest rated. So I went through most of the books on my TBR on Storygraph. The app kept shutting down because it doesn't like toggling between like a massive list of over 200 books. So I got as far as I could with having to like restart the app like 3 times. But Vengeance is Mine by Brandy Purdy was rated a 3-star. Now, not many people know this because I haven't talked about it a lot on my channel. I used to be like very obsessed with Anne Boleyn in my high school years. You can thank Natalie Dormer on The Tudors for that. But I still, whenever I see a book about Anne Boleyn, I still pick it up. I still enjoy reading about, you know, the story, about the different perspectives. The fact that this one is rated a 3-star is interesting. This is a historical fiction, obviously. It has Anne Boleyn on it, and like it does feature her pretty heavily. But the main character is actually Lady Jane Rochford, who is the wife of George Boleyn, Anne's brother, who was executed alongside her due to accusations of adultery and incest. Those accusations came from Lady Jane. And then later, when Henry got married to his 5th wife, Catherine Howard, who was a cousin of Anne Boleyn, Lady Rochford was a very close friend of her and helped her arrange secret meetings with her lover. And she was also the first one, according to this, to betray them. But she is destined to be executed for her role in this. And so the book is her writing this story while she's waiting for her execution. So it sounds really interesting. I will be curious. Ooh, it's a small text. Yeah, I'm very curious because most of my Anne Boleyn books are, you know, from the perspective of Anne. Not all of them. But this is a perspective that I haven't read yet, so. Okay, for my maybe last roll. 3. 1, 2, 3 classic. 1, 2, 3 okay. Sure, let's do romance. Okay, cool. Romance with summer vibes. Yay! A romance with summer vibes, which is perfect and what I wanted. I picked up The Rules of Royalty. Now this is a queer, essentially a queer version of The Princess Diaries. This boy, Jamie, finds out that he is the heir to this small country in Europe, Midanor. The press is about to reveal this, and so he needs to learn how to be a prince. And so this guy from a northern European country, Eric, he's the spare, is sort of brought in to teach royal etiquette to Jamie. And they end up, yeah, together. Presumably. I presume they end up together. They should. It's young adult. And I remember seeing this in the bookstore, and I'm like, you know what? I do like The Princess Diaries. Or I did. I haven't read them recently. I haven't read them in like 18 years or so. But I did like it. And I want a queer version. This sounds awesome. But also different, because it sounds like it's actually taking place in the country. So, other than those books, I believe the only other book that I need to read is Right Ho Jeeves by P.G. Wodehouse. So it is a Jeeves and Wooster novel, and I don't know anything beyond that, but because it's Jeeves and Wooster, I am hopeful that it is funny and better than the last Wodehouse book I read. So here's hoping. But those are the 8 books that I'll be reading in May. Sounds very doable, actually, especially with my classes ending. So I'm really, really, really hoping that I will be able to get through everything. But if you have read any of these books or have any of these books on your physical shelves or Kindle shelves or whatever shelves, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Otherwise, make sure to like the video, subscribe, click notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a vlog so you can see my thoughts in real time, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye!